This episode of Capes of Lunatic Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
What about our Quasar podcast, The Quantum Zone?
What about our Quasar podcast?
Wendell, the first Earthman ever appointed the Protector of the Universe, bonded to the energy-transforming quantum bands that were both weapons and symbols of his station. He fought an ongoing battle to defend all life in the universe from cosmic evil as Quasar.
Welcome back to the Quantum Zone, and it may not sound it from that intro, but we're all friends here. What about our Quasar podcast, the Quantum Zone? What about our Quasar podcast? I am Phil, and we're all friends here. That man right there who just took his sunglasses off is
I'm Will, and hey.
And the guy trolling Facebook groups is
This is Matt. I will spam your space. You tell me not to spam your Facebook comic book group? Well, I won't, but I'll think about it. All right. I'll DM every member a link to the Quantum Zone. How about that?
What about my Quasar podcast? All right, I almost forgot. I did forget last episode, but Will, we were talking in the group about. I believe you put up about the top 10 favorite covers, everyone's favorite covers.
I put mine up, and I had to eat a little crow, Shoshin. So that's we gave the editors crap about choosing the McFarlane cover when we thought that most of them could be better, right? Mm-hmm. From the issues in the trade. Well, apparently back in the day, my number 10 favorite cover of Quasar was Quasar number 14. So,
well, there's still 9 better.
There's 9 better, yeah, exactly. Yeah. But my favorite was Quasar number 32. I just love that cover. He's basically fighting the Legion of Superheroes, and he's just there, ready to take them on. It's awesome. Mm-hmm. But somebody else in the group. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't remember the name. Let me see if I can find that real quick.
All right, but I know. You said 32. I like 34 too, with like him holding Binary, aka Carol Danvers. Yeah, and you just get a nice big close up of them.
That's a nice one too. I really like 30, number 30. Wandering the Worlds of What If. That is just an awesome cover.
That's a good one. Well, I did not take the time to consider my top covers, so maybe this is an Instagram waiting to happen. Maybe we'll post some of those.
There you go. Yeah.
Well, but you haven't had time to breathe, eat, or do anything but your podcast for the last month, so.
Yes, true. True. I barely found time to read The Crossing Line earlier today before we started recording, so. I've read it before, but to freshen up.
Yeah. David. I think it was David Williams in the group. He mentions 37. I think is his favorite, which is actually in my list too. But yeah, Quasar has some really great artists that worked on the series and on the covers. So yeah, if you want to talk covers, then come hang out in the group. We'll talk some covers.
That's right.
What about this for a topic? What about the top covers of the artists that only ever did covers for Quasar? Obviously McFarlane is up there for you, but we've also a lot of research, but
my favorite of those 4, the superstar covers. I guess it's changed over the years, but I really like the Steve Lytle one, which is number 16. And the Mike Mignola one, the 15. I really like that one too. I think the colors are a little bit weird, but I really like that cover.
The 4 covers to what series?
January! Those are some awesome covers that we're going to talk about. When was that, Phil? When was that?
January! There you go. There's your mention. Take a drink.
There we go. That's right. Everybody drink. Take a shot.
But what about the cover to issue 50? It's like that hologram cover, just like
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of those.
It's a gimmick.
Gimmicky covers. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. Do you guys remember the glow in the dark Ghost Rider cover?
Yes, I have it. Yes,
I thought that was really cool. And then they did die cut covers. They did foil covers. Did they do scratch and sniff? I think they did a scratch and sniff like on Ren and Stimpy or something. It went nuts.
There was one in the last couple years. They did do a Harley Quinn issue, like it was a scratch and sniff issue.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. They don't play by a lot of rules on that book, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm trying to think of what would be like my favorite, but it's hard to pin down. I like, what is it, 43 when he's like smacking down Marvel Boy.
Yep, that's a good one.
all bandless, doesn't have the quantum bands.
The 37 that I think David was talking about, which is really good with Eon, not Eon,
Epoch.
Not Epoch.
I know which one you're talking about. It's the one when he's in the dimension of manifestations or whatever.
Yeah, so he's fighting Anomaly, and then behind him is the form of Eternity. That's the word I was looking for with an E. Yeah. Which is pretty awesome.
And then the next issue, what is it, 38, where he's just like in the middle of Infinity War and like
exactly
throwing a punch at somebody.
Laying the smack down on Adam Warlock. How can you not love a cover with that on it?
Yes.
And that's actually got a great, we'll get to it eventually, but, where they try to out-pretentious each other. Well, I'm the protector of the universe. Well, I'm the former supreme being of the universe.
Oh, yeah, well, who appointed you?
Yeah, exactly. The Infinity Gauntlet, whatever. Fun stuff.
All right, so should we get to this issue and this cover?
Let's do it.
It's Avengers 323, but it once again says part 4 of 6. And, it's all the Avengers heads in a mushroom cloud. And I'm just wondering if maybe this was supposed to be the cover for last issue. And they're like, no, don't spoil the ending.
We'll use it here. But then we forgot to change it to 5, right?
Or again, like we said, there were scheduling things involved. So maybe, I don't know.
They both came out in September. So,
Yeah.
So maybe it was like a last minute change or something. Or maybe they changed the story and had to change the cover. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like we said, you even open the cover and the crossing line part 5 says in the book. So of course I'm not going to go through this again. You got the Avengers heads on the left, People's Protectorate on the right, and Alpha Flight on the bottom. Still no Atlanteans. The title, One World's Not Enough for All of Us. St. John's Bay, Newfoundland, Canada. Detonation plus 15 seconds. Of course, by Fabian Nicieza, Rick Levins, Tom Palmer, Bill Oakley, Neil Yomtov, Howard Mackey, and Tom DeFalco. Oh, wait, did we get a different... wasn't it Sheely before? So we're... Or no, Witterstatter.
Mm-hmm.
Or Morelli.
And last penciler was a combination of Paul Ryan and Rick Levins, I think, wasn't it?
Last issue was Ryan Ivey. So
Chris Ivey, Ryan and Chris Ivey. Okay.
Well, again, I mean, this has got to be really hard on the artists, So monthly book. And it was already suffering deadline issues. All right. Yeah. So, like we said, late September 1990. So we just get like this white light envelope. We see all the different characters like we see on the sub. Flashback, detonation, plus 1/10 of a second. Cap just saying no. We see detonation plus 3/10 of a second as it rips through the sub. Detonation plus 1 3/10 of a second. And that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 different like mini panels going across. I see most of our characters, and then detonation plus 2 6/10 of a second as it's like destroying the town. And on the far side of the island, detonation plus 4 seconds, and you see Shaman going no, plus 4 1/10 as he's reaching for his pouch. Remember that. food and plus 3/8 of a second as Guardian's holding is that Tyrak above the ground or Morano? And she's like, no, Mac. Detonation plus 5 seconds. Detonation plus 10 seconds as everything goes to white. But then Cap wakes up. Detonation plus 14 seconds. It's like, no, what? Fire, I'm on fire. And he's like, no, where? What? Vision? He's like, we're alive. We were on the water wind. All of us are alive. But I felt the explosion. He's like, have to get my bearings. Suck it up, soldier. Sees Red Guardian floating there. He's like, Red Guardian, can you hear me? He's like, Captain America? He's like, what happened? He's like, where? Oh, English. He's like, I hear you. I will toss tether line from belt clip. So Cap says, good throw. And he says, we seem to be in some gravity-free other dimension, which it looks like the white, it's like the white background, but what is that? Like purple energy. It looks like purple energy with like black spots.
Yeah, it looks kind of Kirby dot-ish. Yeah.
Yes. And Red Guardian saying how, and Vision saying it seems that the remnants of the Water Wind, as well as the unconscious members of the Peace Corps, have joined us, except for the 2 Russians who were,
wired to the bomb.
Yeah. And Vostok's like, we should also be aware that the field we float in is biologically active. Ew, man. Like floating in someone's colon or something.
Cosmic afterbirth.
Oh,
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, I was going to say, Will, you forgot your favorite cover, Quasar 29, with the deceptively pregnant Quasar on the cover.
Quasar, which is a spoof of a spoof cover, yes.
Yeah.
What they say, Mom said it'd be days like this.
That's right.
Someone should have said that. I mean, you got detonated and like thrown into this other biological dimension. Mom never said there'd be days like that.
That's right.
So Cap saying, Vostok, are you saying these energy forms are alive? And he's like, wait, someone is telepathically contacting me, and it's Phantasma. She's like, Captain. And Cersei's like, you've reached him. Where is he? Is he all right? And she's like, Cersei, please, it's hard enough to maintain contact through the dimensional vortices. Captain, and this is Phantasma. He's like, I can hear you very faintly. And Cersei's like, find out if there's any way they can get us out of here. And Phantasma, calm yourself, Eternal. And she's like, don't talk to me that way, you haggling witch. You have any idea of the strain that looks like they're like in some kind of volcanic area? She's like, you have any idea of the strain that maintaining this protective force field and lowering the temperature in here is taking on me?
And really, what's up with the phrase haggling witch? I mean, you're a witch that just really loves bargains?
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. I figured there was a bunch of kids reading, so they couldn't like use the B word. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm more concerned about the H word. What is the haggling about?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna do it for $5. How dare you underprice me?
Yeah. How much for that force field? All right.
Yeah.
All right.
She said, we're all being taxed to the limits of our abilities, Avenger. Your molecular restructuring powers will have to endure all my biofield manipulations. Anything less than that will result in our deaths, and I am not quite ready to die. Cersei, nor am I. But if we do not act soon, the option may escape us. Fairly certain how this has happened. This link your mind with mine and allow me to contact Shaman. And he's like, I hear you, Phantasma. Shaman, this is Cersei. How has this come about? What did you do? And he says, I performed a function done only once before. I inverted my mystic pouch, turned it inside out. Are my assertions correct? Are you the reason we have found ourselves in this interdimensional madness? I am the reason we are all alive, if that is what you mean.
Ooh, bragging for a Canadian. Come on.
I'm the reason we are all alive, eh?
Yeah.
Unleashing a myriad of dimensional planes onto our own, then pulled it all back, unstructured, into the bag. Taking the people, the land, the deadly radioactive fallout inside with you. And she's like, when do you pull us back out? We find ourselves in a particularly difficult dimensional plane to survive in. And Shaman, the only hope I have of successfully retrieving you is if the various dimensional Loki, LOCI, you are trapped in are drawn together, but it must be done quickly. The integrity within the pouch has been severely compromised. Cannot maintain it much longer. And I guess it's Phantasma says, "Did you hear all that, dear Captain?" And he says, "Unfortunately, yes." And then a bunch of noise. Gets they're under attack because Vision says it would seem these energy entities are taking umbrage with our presence, and I must warn all of you that I can feel their passing even through my intangible state. And Cap said that must mean they pack a pretty powerful, and that's when the Peace Corps start waking up. They're like, all start panicking.
Mm-hmm.
And Vostok says that the electromagnetic principles operate under the same procedures in this dimension. It should be a simple enough matter to polarize a piece of floating debris in order to attract the energy like a lightning rod. And Cap's like, that only works as a temporary measure. We have to get out of here as soon as possible. And Cap says, do you guys hear that, Phantasma Cersei? We don't know how much longer we can hold out. And Cersei's like, wouldn't the colloquial response be welcome to the club? Red Guardian, you must be wary of those energy beings. Though through our mind link, I could tell they are very confused. And Red Guardian's like, if you cannot help us, what of the others? Have you located them? Not as of the moment. Cersei, she says, I apologize for the pain this will cause you, but I need to tap your telepathic powers in greater stead to contact the others. I think I found some of them, but they are... And we see Red Guardian, or Crimson Dynamo, Quasar, Perun, Madison Jeffries,
Tyrak, Orca.
Yeah, the Atlanteans. Oh, Puck's over there. See a little head. Mm-hmm. But it's looks like an ocean dimension. Because the only ones not in the water are Crimson Dynamo and Quasar, who are floating above it.
Why doesn't he just make a big raft? I mean,
or a bubble, something. Yes.
I mean,
he's making two cool fish things. He's a little busy.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Well,
man.
Dynamo's like they're drowning down our Quasar. And Quasar's like, I know, Dynamo, but your armor's running out of power as it is, and I need to keep everything lit up in case anyone goes down. I'm like, can't he create a construct and do that?
And probably about 10 other things, if his own series is any indication.
Yeah.
Exactly. Just make a bubble and sit inside it,
Yeah.
And all these Canadians are probably like, you're a jerk, eh? Because they're all like, what, where are we? And, Puck's like, where are we? And Perun's like, I do not know. But I for one have had an immortals full of foul tasting water. And because Diamond, Lil, and Madison are saying, we've been treading water for hours. And he's like, I know, if I had my box armor, it'd be a piece of cake. I knew when I had to ditch it in the bay to end up needing it. And Phantasma contacts Quasar. Quasar, I'm projecting a sensory image of myself. We have been trapped inside Shaman's mystic pouch, cast across myriad dimensional planes. Our only hope is to locate a dimensional nexus to use as a connecting portal between our positions. And
oh, no problem.
Yeah, I know. I think Diamond was like, oh, no problem. And
yeah, totally got that.
Who was that? Tyrak says, she speaks insanity. Why should we Atlanteans believe you? We can survive here. We will wait until this nuclear squall clears, and then we... And Perun grabs him and says, look around, you scale-infested, oxygen-deprived, lobotomized minnow. The skies are black, the water purple. We are not on Earth. I will gladly fight you till eternity's end, Tyrak, but you will never... But if you ever want to see your home again, your land, your loved ones, we will have to work together. Do you understand, Cretan? He's like, what must we do, woman? And Quasar, whatever it takes, people, we have a purpose now. And Phantasma, connection must be established between directions. And Jeffrey says, if my box armor is anywhere in this mess, I can transmute the metal into a fine tether line. It should be able to stretch over a few kilometers. Canada metric system. And she said, did you hear that? And Cap's like, yes, but how do we? And Vision, Captain America, the box armor is free floating within our dimensional realm. I don't see it there. And Red Guardian's like, Vostok. And he's like, approximately 6 kilometers away at 11 o'clock. Retrieve it. He's like, I should be able to interface with the armor systems in order to maneuver it. And Vision, I shall distract the energy beings while you do so. And Cap says, Cersei, we found Jeffrey's armor. We're going to proceed with the plan to access each other's dimensions. He says, very well, Captain. I will telepathically draw you towards us while Phantasma continues her search for the others. And remember, in this case, haste does not make waste. Lord. Because we got one more group we have to find, and we see them now. It's Guardians group with some Atlanteans and Stingray. Remember him?
Yeah.
At
least he's holding his head. I mean, that's cool.
Yeah.
Right? He got
and it
shot
looks
in the
like
back of the head.
Yeah, it looks like some kind of looks like a desert or something. It's all sand. She's like, "Let's keep it moving, people. We have to get out of these sandstorms." Stingray, and try and find a milder location. He's like, "Guardian, where are you taking us? We can't keep going any further. I'm barely able to focus. Morano is dehydrating, and the people are wearing down."
So they have all the Canadians. They got all the people of St. John's with them.
Yep.
And wandering through the desert.
And Phantasma says, "Guardian, finally, we have been dispersed within Shaman's mystic pouch. You must travel to this realm's nexus, the meeting point between dimensional planes. There we will try to join you." She says, "Where's this nexus located?" And Phantasma points, "That way. Speed is of the essence. Go." And Stingray is like, "Who are you talking to? I don't see anyone." She's like, "The Russian woman, Phantasma. She told me we have a chance of finding the others and a way out of here, but we have to go back."
Man, I would think that was a mirage. Come on.
Exactly. And she says, "I'll fly ahead. You lead the others." And Stingray's like, "The fact that I'm operating with a major concussion doesn't matter to you?" And she's like, "No, just do it."
Nike Canada.
Seriously, it's like, why did you? What are you doing? Why should I listen to you?
Because it was, bitches.
That's right. Charlie Esser. Cape's Lunatics finest. All right. So someone where else? Cap's group is, I guess, in the box armor. Vostok's transformed it into a ship. Cap's like, "Vostok's anything registering on the ship's sensors yet?" And he's like, there's been no change since last you posed that question 2 hours, 13 minutes, and 6 seconds ago.
Ooh, someone's getting testy.
The sass is strong with this one too.
"Get off my Sithozoid butt!" And Red Guardian's like, "We're exhausted. No food, no water. Even Vostok is becoming irritable." And I guess it's Cersei says, "Vision, Captain America, you were nearing the vortex." And Vision's like, "We have been concerned for your welfare, Avenger." And Cap's like, "Why have you tried to contact us sooner, Cersei? We've been traveling blind for almost 2 days." And she's like, "But it's been barely 5 minutes. Never mind. You've reached the dimensional loci." Phantasma's getting Shaman to open the Nexus now. And Vision's like, "I can detect no discernible differences in our surrounding area." She said, "Phantasma, Shaman, we are prepared for the first contact." And he's like, looks like he's in pain. He's like, yes. And turn the page. Oh, look, your favorite video game headquarters, Children's Palace. Get your Sega Genesis, your NES.
Sega Genesis, man, almost $100 more just for 4 more bytes or bits. Wow. Man.
I guess. Oh, look, Super Mario 3.
And Punch Out without Mike Tyson. Right? It's just Punch Out.
Yeah. I just threw you guys. All right, so Shaman saying, "Have to compress the energies within the pouch, both physically and spiritually." How do you compress it spiritually?
I don't know.
Get the 2-dimensional planes to briefly touch. And Vision, we have contact with Cersei's contingent. Cap, good, but it looks like there's some severe volcanic activity on that plane. How can a tether line reach them unless Cersei drops her protective shields? And Vision, she has no choice but to momentarily do so. Proceed with the tether launch, Vostok. Wait a minute. Couldn't? Or would that affect the whole ship? Could Vision go intangible and make part of the front of the line intangible also to get through the field at least?
I don't know if he can make other things intangible. Could he?
I thought so. But still, maybe the field would cut the line. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
And Cersei makes a hole in the field and says, "This is going to hurt. Everyone back away immediately." And we see people getting burned. And she says, I have the line. I'm pulling you through the vortex, but I'm not strong enough alone. Vision, assist me. And he says, to do so would require I solidify my form. To solidify my form would subject me to the potential terminal ravages of this environment. She says, I know what you ask, Avenger. It is no less than we have all had to give. And he says, I am well aware of that. I'm acting accordingly. And someone in the ship says, we are through. This is incredible. And Cap, excellent work, everyone. Vision, Cersei, how are you holding up? She said, I'm still on my feet, Captain. Thank you for asking. Vision, I have suffered cosmetic epidermal damage, but I'm fully functional. Vostok, I, on the other hand, will soon be unable to maintain the stability of this construct. The heat is decapacitating. Cersei, hold out for a moment longer, Vostok. Our problems may soon solve themselves as they open up the other realm where Quasar is at. And the third dimensional plane making contact with us. A world of energy, one of fire, yet another of water. What have we been thrown into? That realm floods this one, which is good. Kind of helps with the lava.
Yeah.
But everyone's swimming towards the modified box armor. The Heart of Madness, Captain, and the fact that we have overcome it thus far speaks volumes for us. Now let us gather the others to safety. Even Tyrak is helping, Cap thinks. Our differences, the angers we just recently had, all put aside for the sake of survival. Well, yeah. Shaman has been unable to seal the dimensional planes, Phantasma says. The stability of such an intermingling between realms is tenuous at best. And Cap, that just means we have to work faster. And Jeffrey says, I can't fly everyone there in box mode. There are too many people, but I can stretch out a line which everyone can hang on to while we find Heather and the others. Red Guardian, how do we survive in the void? Cap, Cersei, can you provide a protective sheath similar to the field you recently erected around each of us individually? And Cersei, and still telepathically scan for Guardian's Nexus? She's like, I believe I can, Captain. Just be sure my funeral is a lavish one upon our return to Earth. And then
polite on one page, sarcastic on the other.
Okay, here's my question. While Cersei does the telepathic scan, do we not have anyone else who can make fields around people?
I don't know.
Hosts of the Quasar podcast. Is there anyone who can make energy shields around people?
He might have to have something like quantum bands or something, but those don't exist. So
no, they only have light bands and photon bands
and photon shields.
The only excuse I can think of is maybe Cersei's controlling the temperature in the fields too. I don't know if Wendell could control the temperature in his field.
Yeah, maybe Quasar's powers just don't work in a bag.
That's not my bag, baby.
Yeah.
No. Good Lord. So,
well, but actually, I mean, Matt has a really great point. I mean, when Quasar was thrown out into the Omniverse, he couldn't contact the quantum zone, so he couldn't do a lot of the tricks.
Oh, yeah, maybe that's right. Yes, yeah. Maybe so cut off from the quantum zone, yeah.
So
maybe the bands might have what's in the bands, yeah.
The three of us officially award Matt a no prize. How about that?
That's right.
You guys have my mailing address. Mm-hmm. I've already got my no podcast award certificate. So.
Hey, no one got those certificates yet.
Okay, all right.
Matt Kona, we congratulate you. Here's your no prize.
Nice.
All right. So yeah, that is a good point. He's cut off and he is limited. So 20 tense minutes later, as they prepare and Quasar goes. Cersei shooting Quasar dirty looks. And I think it's Crimson Dynamo says, hard as it is to believe we're doing it. And Jeffrey's piece of cake, Dynamo, the anchor in the back is steady, and I still got enough line left for about half a kilometer. Cap, hang on, people, we're getting close. Cersei, give them hope first, then ask me to provide it. Nice strategy, but yes, we are close. Jeffries, there's some movement up ahead. It's shown up on infrared scans and EM traces. I see them. And minutes later, they hook up with Guardians group. As Guardians saying, Morano, Stingray, hold on a little longer. We come this far already. As Stingray's still holding his head. Shaman, I can't do this any longer. Get us out now. He's like, so difficult. I'm going to squeeze out some land first. And we see it looks like some smoking ground. I'm prepared to bring people through, but hurry. Guardian. Civilians first. Let's send that canary into that
coal mine.
Yes. So some of the, I don't know, is it some or all of the people of the island?
Looks like about 11 of them there.
At least in that panel, but yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're like, we're here, we're alive. And he's like, no radiation. And then Guardian's like, Shaman, what is it? What happened? He's like, by my ancestors, Heather, send no more people. I'm thinking, do they have control on that side? I thought it was Shaman who had to open the gate.
Wow.
She's like, what happened? Talk to me. He's like, you've been irradiated. I can bring you over, but that means I have to bring through the radiation from the explosion as well. Cap's like, no, Guardian, those poor people. It's like Quasar says. That means we can't. And Cersei's all that effort, the pain, and Phantasma. I sense something, Cersei. Cease your telepathic link and meet. And then Cersei screams, Cersei, what is it? And we see two giant, linked to the back of the heads, naked Russians.
Yeah, and in the back too. There's no break in that. They're standing back to back. They are conjoined Russian twins that are best friends with Red Guardian's father.
Yes.
sounds like one of the movies Conan was just watching.
Yeah. And we watched it on Hulu. It was on there.
Yeah.
And they speak with one voice. We are the Combine. We have come to help you return to your home. And Jeffries is like, that's them, but what happened to him? And Cersei's like in the fetal position. And Cap's like, I don't know, but their presence is hurting Cersei. What are you doing to her? And why do you want to help us? If you return us to Earth now, not only will the radiation kill us, it will also poison the planet. And they're like, yes, we know.
Oh.
To be continued.
They're so two-faced.
Nice.
Two-faced. Oh, they're going to put a dent in reality, huh?
Yeah. I'm going to flip to the next page.
That's right, the Avengers crew, and we're going to find out who the man and the wolf are.
That sounds like it could be a name of something. I don't know.
It's barking up the wrong tree.
Howling up the wrong tree.
Yeah.
All right. So between the 5th Avenue mansion of the Mighty Avengers and the East River 8 blocks away is a private subway tunnel where the Avengers' first designated pilot, John Jameson, takes the newly refurbished shuttle car to the launch dock on a practice run. And he's like, whoa, the acceleration on this baby reminds me of my first space flight back in my astronaut days. Was that Amazing Spider-Man #1? I know he was going up in space, but was that his first official flight? I can't remember.
I will see if I can find that real quick.
He's like, don't have as much to do in this runaway train as on the old Mercury capsule. Pull the lever and the shuttle jumper does all the rest. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't think we did this last issue, but story by Grunwald, pencils, Brad Vancata, and M. Ritter, inks, Mikey Ritter. I guess that's Mikey Ritter. Letters, Ed Lazzolari, and colors, Joe Rosas. So from the mansion to the dock in under a minute, pretty slick as he comes to a stop. Stopwatch ready. Let's see how long it takes to sprint the Cap's flagship as he starts running. They better never wax these floors or someone's liable to. And he's like, what's that? He's like, my God, no. That can't be what I think it is. Can it? The moonstone that once turned me into a man-wolf?
And hey, by the way, Phil, I am not worthy. You called it. Amazing Spider-Man #1, March of 1963, the first appearance of John Jameson. So, bravo.
Nice. So he's like, it can't be. It was shattered, destroyed. Then what the heck is it that looks so, as he picks it up? And then he's like, no, it's happening again. It jumped out of my hand, reattached myself to the throat. Got to get it off before. Changing, no. Oh, please, no. And then, we get the howl. And he's thinking, inside, one out, you know. I love how he has to think the growl.
Yeah.
This is not great. Sorry. That's a cat, not a dog. I'm sorry.
Well, maybe if he thinks it, he won't say it in real life, and he's just erring on the side of caution.
So he's basically running through the Avengers facility. He gets a human scent. It looks like he attacks Jarvis, and then it looks like he attacks Michael O'Brien, and then Fabian, and then Peggy Carter. Like, weren't all these people like have their own things going on? But
we don't know. We don't know what the timeline is of this. You know,
we'll get into this. I think it was all like mental. So because Peggy's trying to call for security, but then I guess she gets attacked. We see a ripped uniform and some scratch marks, but then we hear a voice. Arise, Jameson, Carter, O'Brien, Stankiewicz, Jarvis. Scurry out of your cubby holes. Come out to the courtyard, which they do. Like dutiful little zombies they come. Hear me, you five. Now that I've tricked you into revealing each darkest secret, your guiltiest fears. You are in my power forevermore. And next issue, the manipulator revealed.
Yeah. I think that's a really cool touch that they're under the Avengers statue.
Yes.
That's a nice little detail.
In the courtyard, yeah.
Speaking of details, did you notice that the werewolf, his hair was perfect?
Well, hey, man. I don't know.
Warren Zevon reference, baby. Come on.
I didn't get it. Will bows to me, I bow to you. Oh, good Lord. I was gonna make some kind of joke about an American werewolf in Avengers Mansion.
You know, we didn't watch American Werewolf in London because we only watched movies that the two of us didn't see this in our past Yale Matt recap horror movie month. But American Werewolf in London is one of my favorite movies. Love it. So, you know. But it's a good horror comedy. Unrelated. We're talking Wolfmen.
Hey, we're talking Wolfmen. Yeah.
Werewolves. Yeah.
So then in the next backup, we'll see the person behind all this, and then both these stories come to a head in Avengers 325. The Avengers come back and
have a party.
They do.
Completely uneventful, you know.
Yeah. Nobody recognizes Wendell because he wears, the glasses and slicks his hair.
Yeah. No headband. No headband.
That's.
Who would think that disguise would work?
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord. All right. So, do we have any other business or?
Let's see. What did you wanted to talk about something at the top of the podcast, but we got off on the covers. What did you bring it up?
Well, I know well, behind the scenes here, we recorded this the same night as the previous episode. I know I wanted to do the Fabian thing, and we did that last episode.
That's right, yeah.
I don't think I have anything. I wasn't sure if either of you guys did.
No, I think that's good. I mean, we're getting to the end of this one and coming up on our flashback.
And we only have 5 more episodes for the year of 2018.
And then what? Then what, Phil? Huh? What is it? Tell me, Phil. What is it?
Well, what comes after December? January!
Yes, into mystery.
Such a mystery everyone knows because this has seen it coming for months now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. We've only talked about it every episode. I'm insane, bro.
I mean, you couldn't wait for the trade to get here, now you can't wait for the new month to get here. So
That's right.
Oh man! And then once we get through Journey, it's gonna be like, oh, I can't wait for Cosmos.
Oh yeah. Actually, what does kind of the schedule look like for the viewers? I mean, we've got 324 and 325 coming up in the next two shows, and then after that we jump to
Cap 217, Quasar's first appearance, and then
the Captain America Hulk crossover, right?
Yeah, there's like the last two episodes of the year. You'll get two issues, both those episodes. I think it's the two Cap issues and then two Hulk issues.
Cool.
Remind me next. I don't have them sitting in front of me. Remind me next episode. I'll give out the specific issue numbers for those.
Cool. Very cool.
Isn't it like Cap?
It's like 232, 233, 234, or they're really close with
that's the
Hulk.
Hulk. Yeah, I think the Hulk's like might be 232, 233. I think Cap, isn't it like 229 and 230?
That may be.
I think so, because 231 we talked about doing, and it's really only like a brief mention or a wrap up. So I think we decided against it.
Yeah. So yeah, remind me next episode. I'll have those and we'll wrap up the crossing line.
Wait, are we going to do part 4 again? Sorry.
Crossing line the 4th, part 3.
Exactly. It looks like it's 228, 229, 230, and 231. But we're just going to do probably the last two of those, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's 229 and 230 because because the other one, the last one is wrap up, and Quasar might show up for
panel, maybe
panel or a page or something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, do we have anything else?
Not that I can think of.
All right, well, let's get out of here so these people can do their homework. So read up on your Avengers 324 and meet us back here. Hopefully the Avengers make it back.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know. Again, it's like, could they get rid of the radiation somehow by jumping into the quantum zone?
Or having, I don't know, someone with, power over the electromagnetic spectrum, absorbing it all into, cosmic doohickeys that he wears on his wrists. I don't know.
With his light powers?
Yeah. I say you get Fabian on and we just chastise him and all this stuff.
Yeah. Oh please! If he could get him on here, he'd be like, "I told you it was crap."
It was 30 years ago. Get over it.
But yeah, that's the problem. Anywhere outside his own book, I don't think Quasar got like the respect he deserved.
Well, I would.
Yeah. Well, he got some respect. I don't think he got the attention to detail nearly as much.
I think I was thinking about this earlier today for some strange reason. I don't know why, but
because you think about Quasar 24/7.
Probably, yeah. But Busiek gave him a lot of respect in the relaunch Avengers Reborn. When they went to the Morgan verse or whatever. When he was one of the ones that being an Avenger meant the most to. I thought that was, and I think they dealt with that. Had awesome George Perez art too, so that was a good little story.
But then they picked the final lineup, and he wasn't in it.
He had to go do something, right?
I know.
Yeah.
So, if you want to give respect to Quasar, email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com. Follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/QuantumZonePod, and join the Facebook group. Like we said, you'll see exactly when we record if you want to watch live with number one Quantum Zone superfan Soshin.
Mm-hmm.
At Quantum Zone Pod and at CL Sidekicks on Twitter. Instagram, follow us at CL Sidekicks. It's where we post our stuff. And the voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And Will, where can people talk to you?
They can find me at Walred on Twitter. That's WALLRED. Same for Gmail. I'm also, of course, I run the Quantum Zone, quantumzone.org. And you can also find me at diaryofnight.com, which is my self-published comic.
All right. And Matthew Kona, where can people send your no prizes?
Send my no prizes care of at Matt Kona. I started saying it and spelling it at the same time. I've been up for a very long time. MATTKONA. Yale and Matt recap stuff as well. That's YAEL. Matt recap stuff. That part's easy to spell. We have a podcast where you can dig through 32. There's a bonus early episode. 32 episodes where we talk about some movies, most of them focused on horror for the first month, and then tune in to see what happens next. But that's where I am.
That's right. He's Matt Kona in this country.
Yes. Yeah. We're doing an all Canada podcast. It's gonna be great.
Can't wait for that. Eh?
I was gonna say it's not on iTunes. It's on iTunes.
Oh wow, that was awesome.
See, this is why you have to listen to the Quantum Zone, because this is the only place.
You stay for the credits. Yeah,
this is the only place Matt Kona works for free.
That's right.
Yeah, really
and he's on time.
Oh,
yeah, I was. Yes. Call back.
Oh, this degenerated quickly.
It did.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
It's exactly what you would expect.
So remember, join us next time for the very unprofessional Quantum Zone podcast. Unprofessional. We act unprofessional. We don't get paid. Come on, Discord. Come on, Marvel. Pay us off.
But we do have a lot of fun. So
hell, we'll work for free comics on the way to Quasar series. All right, so send your petitions, the Marvel, and remember, Quantum Zoners, keep it quantum.